Holy crap, that was so scary. Hey y'all, it's Miss Moss the Boss of MissMosstheBossTV. I apologize y'all if today's video seemed frame-wise a little crazy, but for some reason, my baby girl is not trying to sit on this ring light right. And this new ring light that I'm speaking into existence needs to come soon, apparently. So, bear with me. But before we get started, if you're new, hey boo. And if you're old, you know I love your soul. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn your post notifications on. And make sure you're following me on all of my social media so that you're always on the up and up with what I got going on. So, let's get into today's video. So today's video is a reaction video, first take, first look. It is a video provided to us by AT&T Productions. They reached out to me via email at MissMosstheBossTV@gmail.com. If you want to reach out, feel free to, of course. And they asked me to do a reaction video to this video. Now, let's get into it. It's called Black Woman Chapter 2. Okay, off rip. I want to say very dynamic. And when I say that, I mean by the shots, the quick cuts. This is editing really coming into play. But quick cuts, quick close-ups. I love that the drums bring it in, bringing us back to our roots and like, you know, where we come from and how that was edited in a way that kind of specifies like, this is a black girl poem. This is, you know, about strength in a sense, because you got three women here, all look very different, all within their natural states for the most part. And I love how when the intro comes and says black girl poem, I love a girl dancing. It gives me that living single vibe.
Keep your head up, boy, keep your head up, that's right. Whenever this light gets up, you gotta fight with my homegirl standing to my left. Am I right? It's tight like glue.
So things that resonate too are already in this. Let's keep going.
Black girl poem gotta be about a nigga. Why every compliment I get gotta be about my fit. My pursuit of sweet wisdom and how I like to be roomy seems to be forgotten when you feed from my room. Where's my spouse? I didn't ask for your opinion and I asked sure as hell didn't ask for your opinion.
See, okay. Another thing I like. One thing I noticed about poetry right now, and going to like poetry slams and things like that, I noticed that a lot of people have like similar cadences when they do their poems. It's this certain way they go about delivering poems, and the thing that I like about this one is that it doesn't sound like that cadence. But since it's so dynamic and the women are performing it with so much emphasis, those first stanzas really stick out. Like, why every poem gotta be about a woman? Why it gotta be about a or a woman's figure? That's it. So I like.
Yes, women are creative. We got unlimited ways. Shield or take cover from your unlimited men. Sometimes sound headphones are our armor of the day. Other times we gotta hit them with the sorry, I'm gay. I'm underage. Oh, that's a class. And some of us got pepper spray in case things get too dry. If you fish for my discomfort with rotten bait trying to bone me, but despite having daughters, you still call out like you own me.
I am really digging the incorporation of the poetry, the spoken word, and the dancing, and like the woman dancing through different parts of the city. When they talk about these lines in particular, it's kind of something that I'm pretty sure all women can relate to, but in general I know for black women it's something we talk about all the time, the intensive catcalling of things. And I feel like them implementing this woman that stands alone to kind of portray the message as well, and adding the effects of like 3 different eyes or different effects kind of brings unity in some sense,
which I will explain later on in the video. Continue.
And it also in particularly shows how like even how moving in silence, or moving in silence of the black woman, because in a lot of times black women do move in silence. So even that, you know, motion of her going throughout the city and these are the words that's playing behind her, I feel like it kind of gives that sense of like sometimes where we go, these are the things that we're always dealing with. We're always dealing with catcalling and basically needing like different outlets to feel some type of secure because of this idea of ownership that people have over our bodies and just black women in general. I love it. Ooh, and I like how this is like the epitome of black feminism, because that line right there talks about like this is directed towards our own community in a sense. This is not just about the oppression of outside of that. This is the oppression within the black community in regards to the black women. How like despite all of this and despite how we're treated and what's said and all of that, we still come here to fight for you. We still come here to fight for our race first. So much passion.
The time that it's costing. It's abusing the energy I'm losing. Because even tough skin strong is still wear and tear can start to rust. But despite your eyes like these, just pass. And your lips are comforting the time harassing. Remember, the next time I'm passing, the God within my temple is everlasting. So acknowledge me as you would a full moon from a distance, accessorizing the sun's golden beam. And if you a dog and you still have the moon, treat me as you would a star from one of your sports. Because I don't know you shit. Not my smile.
Yes. Yes, flowers. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's just get an overall review of it. I loved it. I love it from the visual. I love it from the words that were spoken within the poem. The poem was beautifully written. This poem seems to be a poem that really highlights the constant struggle black women go through living in a society where your intersectionality matter in a sense of what people feel like you should fight for. One of the main things that stuck out is that, again, this is a poem that it's not just an empowerment poem. It's like a call to action to make people within the black community who don't understand that we have to start treating black women better. We have to start treating each other better as black women to black women, and black men have to start valuing us more as well. A common theme for black women is this idea of having to go through so much and still have to sit around and be able to support others, to be there for people and stuff like that. And one thing I can say that I've noticed so far, and just like with my own like therapy sessions and stuff like that, that's not healthy. That's not fair. That's not right. So poems like this matter, because poems like this hits you in a different way to have you think and look at things in a different angle. No one's saying that we are looking to be above the next person. No one's saying that or comparing oppressions. However, it's important to acknowledge them. It's important to know that they exist. And when you do know that, it's important to try to implement change so that they no longer exist. And that's with any issue. On to the next level, I think this was it was greatly produced. Produced, directed, shot well. Like everybody on the team, honestly, I give it up to you. Seriously. This is not even a serious video, but serious. I am here for it. This is the type of content I'm trying to create. Like, I loved it. And like I said, like I love the incorporation of the 3 women speaking spoken word. I love it. I love this woman performing this great dance to the spoken word. She did awesome. Like her movements were powerful. They, her facial expressions were there. And then to top it all off with the editing, and like I said, like the 3 eyes that went around her. Those 3 eyes in my eyes, those 3 eyes were connected to the 3 women that were speaking. They were with her. because we stand in solidarity in this struggle, you know, like, and that could be me just being the most. But even if that isn't, or if it is, it's the truth, you know? So I love that. I loved how it all just came together. I love the colors, and I love that by the end, it created a bed of flowers. It blossomed. It was like the seeds were planted and it blossomed into something really beautiful, like we are. So if I had to boss it or toss it, we already know I'm bossing it. We know that that's how I felt about it from the rip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was my first reaction and review to C&T Productions Black Girl Poem video. If you want to know where you can watch it yourself and just see it, if you want to replay it, whatever you want to do, the link is in the description. I also have their social media in the description if you want to follow them and reach out. Maybe you have something that you can contribute. Maybe you write yourself and you might want to collab, whatever you want to do. Again, thank you C&T Productions for reaching out to me. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment below what was your favorite stanza or your favorite part about this video, whether it was the visuals, the editing, the words, the women, the clothes. Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to follow me on all of my social media because I was about to forget to say that. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next video.
All you wanna do is gas me. How we end up in the backseat, just trying to get to the bag. We on the same page, you the same way.